Welcome to Hard Choices, the podcast where we rank the fuckability of a fictional universe and try to find out what gigantic floating crystal lies at the heart of horniness. We'll find the median, the zenith, and the nadir, but really, this show is all about the many chocobos we performed the pet emote on along the way. Oh, and I guess fucking, too. This episode, after queuing for minutes at a time to enter increasingly congested servers, we're logging into the world of Theris to fuck the heroes, villains, and monsters of Final Fantasy XIV. Taking on this particular duty is no small task, and it requires a group of elite adventurers who aren't afraid of a little grinding. As the host of this episode, I, Dan Mulcairn, will be tanking from the front. With me is my favorite DPS, bringing their own rotation of salt and shade against every trash mob that dares to slide into their DMs. It's Kit Mulcairn.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Kit's classic catchphrase. Damn it! I forgot to prepare an intro phrase.
It's my trademark at this point.
Great, thank you, Kit. With us from the System Mastery Podcast, ready to throw on that Irish housewife glamour when heels become necessary.
Yes.
It's Jeff Aldrich.
LF5M Shadow Labs, you guys have fun.
Great. And our final party member. You don't often see someone attempt a duty as a disciple of the hand job, but when you're a level 200 smutsmith, not even Yoshi P can tell you what to do. It's Megan Bob.
Thank you for giving me the sticky controller. It's what I've always wanted.
So, we've taken a look at the many named characters from across the whole of Final Fantasy XIV, and we've selected from them 21 of the most important, or at least the ones that we wanted to talk about. We should clarify that we only picked characters who are prominently featured in the storyline that begins with A Realm Reborn and ends with Endwalker. So, while I would be perfectly happy talking all about Wuklamot, or, more importantly, her father, the two-headed lizard king of South America, anything from Dawntrail or later is excluded from this particular episode.
That double-headed Lazati action.
Bruh.
Stay tuned for the second episode in this series, I guess. Each of us has separately ranked these 21 characters from most fuckable to least fuckable. We'll go through our lists together, starting at our respective median picks, that'd be our number 11s, and then descending down to the nadirs, our number 21s. After taking a bit to patch ourselves up and wait for our abilities to cool down, we'll return to the middle of our lists and this time make our way up to the top, our zeniths, number 1. As we do these rankings, we'll be briefly explaining our reasoning, but each host has up to 3 big feels that they can call upon if their thoughts break the usual limits of the format. Once we've covered all of these characters and all of our rankings, we'll aggregate them together into a single definitive master list, but not before taking a moment to check in with each other and unpack some of the more inexplicable decisions that our comrades have made. Before we start, though, we need to remind ourselves of the definition of the word fuckability. Megan Bob, if you would be so kind.
Fuckability is not about what they look like. It's about what they fuck like. So assume you are into them, they are into you. How good is the sex? And what is it like?
All right, we are just about ready to reveal the final list, but first, of course, our honorable mentions.
Okay, I have not played these games, nor have I ever heard these names pronounced. Dan did make a little pronunciation guide, thank God. But
yeah, we'll see how helpful it is.
Yeah, this is a test of both of our abilities. All right. Minfilia Ward. As the nominal leader of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Minfilia is one of your main quest givers throughout A Realm Reborn, but she rarely takes the field herself. Hell, she almost never leaves her office. She can hit us up once she reevaluates her work-life balance.
Papalimo Totolimo. Fucking thank Heidelin this dude died. Sorry for the spoiler. I'm sorry for depriving you of the same joy I felt when I realized I may never have to see him again.
Moonbrita Vilfsenvin. For a character with very little screen time, Moonbrita leaves a hell of an impression, and it is truly disappointing that we have to exclude this sassy Rugadine with the most bisexual haircut the FF14 character creator engine can provide.
Ravana. Look, I wanted him on the list. These psychos told me he was too minor of a character to include. But frankly, we need to throw some red meat out to our Digimon friends. This is exactly what they all turn into.
Yeah.
He's a big, sexy bug warrior, and you know he started as like a refrigerator with a gun taped to it.
Gosetsu Daito. The dude can take one hell of a beating and once sailed from fantasy Japan to fantasy Europe on a tiny boat without once stopping to eat. Clearly his endurance is beyond reproach, which makes it all the more heartbreaking that we couldn't fit him on the list.
Emmerich de Borel. The main character of my heart. Unfortunately, we decided he wouldn't be interesting to talk about because he's fucking gorgeous and a really good person.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's boring to some people. Too straightforward for hard choices. If he were on the list, he'd be my number one with a bullet. And if wanting a handsome 6'7" elf who's rich and would take care of me makes me vanilla, baby, I got 2 scoops for you. Let's go.
Track Tomb. Let's be honest, Track Tomb was never going to make the list. The dude has maybe 15 minutes of screen time in the entirety of A Realm Reborn, and then is never seen again. He doesn't even have a voice actor. But still, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't fantasized about seeing those denim chap overalls with the leopard print patches crumbled on my bedroom floor.
Plus, as far as I know, he's the only Final Fantasy man to talk about his own personal dick.
That's true. That's true.
He does. He says that the scales of Leviathan are roughly the same size as his member. It's ridiculous.
I want his outfit too. This sounds bad. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta look at his outfit. The guy's wearing like an outdoor hat, like he's wearing like a big old straw hat and a strapped up denim onesie. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's drip. You gotta respect.
Bob, you would wear it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
That's true. That's true. I could totally see you in that, Bob.
Okay, fine. A cosplay I can pull off. Great.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
With a leopard print shrug.
Yeah.
Okay. Dancing Green. As previously mentioned, we're not doing anything from Dawn Trailer later. Boo, I'm deeply steeped in Dawn Trail right now. So this sharp-dressed disco frog is going to have to wait for a follow-up episode, and that's fine. He'll just spend the whole time on leg day.
And now for the 21 characters we will be ranking.
Number 1, Y'shtola Rule. A scholar of the Mikote race. All right, Mikote race. Basically just humans with cat ears and tails, for those of you who haven't played the game. Like myself, apprentice of the witch Matoya and member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Y'shtola starts off as a conjurer of white magic, but as her adventures with the Warrior of Light get darker and darker, she eventually turns to black magic as a sorceress. To say nothing of her true talent, delivering some of the most low-key, brutal insults ever seen in a video game. Rip to Magni. More about him later.
Thancred Waters. A roguish Hure, which is the human, more or less, adventurer and member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Thancred maintains a relatively carefree attitude until the quasi-death of his quasi-sister Minfilia. Quasi in both cases can just be replaced with creepy. Eventually adopting a fatherly role over Minfilia's teenage reincarnation, at which point he discards the symbol of adolescence, his 2 daggers, for the symbol of adulthood, a gun taped to a sword. As a Gunbreaker main, I object.
Number 3, Oriange Ogorel. A secretive Elizin, which are tall elves with uncannily long necks until you get used to it, and astrologian member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. While undeniably erudite and well-informed, Oriange keeps a lot close to the vest for much of FF14, not even showing his face until well after Heavensward. Even when he's trying to be open and honest, he still speaks like he's doing a find and replace on his lines using a Shakespearean-era thesaurus, which really doesn't help.
Number 4, Lise Hext. A bubbly Hure pugilist and member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Lise originally disguised herself as her dead sister Ida as a totally normal coping mechanism. The NPC's reactions to learning that secret imply I was supposed to care a lot more about that reveal than I actually did.
Number 5, Sid Garland. A Garlean engineer who defected to the Eorzean?
Yes.
Yeah! Alliance after witnessing the horrors of his father's Magitech weaponry. Clearly, he's been through a lot. His age is listed as 34 years old, but he looks like Jeff Bridges' understudy for Bad Times at the El Royale.
Number 6, Tataru Taru. A plucky Lalafell, which are basically like if halflings looked like Precious Moments figurines with a little potato in there, who works for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn as a secretary, receptionist, and costume designer. Despite her utter lack of combat prowess, she possesses a real knack for social engineering, including blackmailing a pirate captain, proving that sometimes potato mashes you. Oh, and I didn't say 2 earlier for Thancred, so 2.
Perfect.
That was a very decisive 2.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Number 7, Estinian Varlano, the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard and later member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Estinian was originally motivated by a desire for revenge against all of dragonkind for the death of his family. Despite becoming more open-minded as time goes on, he continues to justify the nickname given to him by the fandom, Grumpy Jumpy.
Number 8, Grahatia. A Mikote scholar whose connection to an ancient Alagan bloodline leads to him taking control over the Crystal Tower, which he later uses to travel through time and dimensions, and other Final Fantasy bullshit happens. And his older self merges with his younger self. No, not in the self-cessed way, unfortunately. Look, all you need to know is that this Catboy is your biggest fan. Is that doing it for you yet?
0. A hero turned Voidsent turned hero again, from a world consumed by darkness. 0 is initially encountered as a demonic enemy, but after the Warrior of Light cleanses her of darkness, she returns to her original hero body, but most importantly, with a cool hat.
Number 10, Merlvib Bluhisveen, a Rogadin who are tall, muscular humanoids, and pirate who turned the marine nation of Limsa Lominsa into something just respectable enough to join the Eorzean Alliance. Admiral Merlvib serves as the leader of the Maelstrom Grand Company, and I, for one, fully stand to attention whenever she's on screen.
Number 11, Rauban Alden, the towering Hura leader of the Immortal Flames Grand Company. Rauban went from Alamegan refugee to bodyguard of Sultana Nanamu Ulnamo, to commander of the restored Alamegan army, and he did it all with one hand tied behind his back. Too soon.
Number 12, Gaius von Veilsar. The so-called Black Wolf of Garlemald, Gaius is the general responsible for spearheading the Garlean invasion of Eorzea and the primary antagonist of A Realm Reborn. After realizing that much of his actions had been the results of manipulations by the Asian La Habrea, Gaius does a face turn in Stormblood and becomes an unexpected ally of Eorzea and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We're gonna wreak such devastation on that ass.
Number 13, Nero Tolskeva, a Garlean engineer and Gaius' second-in-command during the Garlean invasion of Eorzea in A Realm Reborn. Nero has a bit of an inferiority complex, constantly trying to prove himself the superior inventor to Sid Garland, even going so far as to defect to Garlemald to join the Garland Ironworks, just so he can make sure that when he inevitably surpasses Sid's engineering skills, everyone will be able to see it. A real rivals to rivals storyline.
Number 14, Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms of Midgard Sormer's brood and a major villain of Heavensward. Nidhogg has antagonized the nation-state of Ishgard for centuries after the Ishgardians betrayed the dragons and murdered Nidhogg's sister. Such is Nidhogg's power and hatred that even after his physical body is destroyed, he still manages to possess Estinian's body and use it to foil peace talks between the dragons and Ishgardians, having Estinian arrive and show total hog.
Number 15, Izael Dangelin. Also known as Lady Iceheart, Izael is an Ishgardian who sides with the dragons against her nation of birth. And what could have driven such a profound shift in allegiance? Well, she shipped the historic Saint Shiva and her dragon lover so much that she did a reverse self-insert on Shiva and can now transform into her. And this is what happens when monster fuckers don't have AO3 as an outlet.
Mm-hmm. True.
Number 16, Magnai Oronir and Sadu Dotharl. A pair of Aura, which are a dragony humanoid race, who are warlords, and they lead rival tribes in the Azim Steppe, which is kind of like fantasy Mongolia. Anyway, not important. Magnai is an arrogant, boastful warrior, while Sadu is a brash, aggressive master of black magic who takes every opportunity to dunk on Magnai in his many, many failed attempts to find a romantic partner.
Number 17, Yatsuyu Brutus. A hero woman whose traumatic youth in the nation of Doma lead her to eagerly accepting a position as viceroy once the Garleans take over. Yotsuyu uses this new position to sadistically grind her fellow domans beneath her heel, literally, in at least one case. She's like if a manic pixie dream girl was super evil. A real Foe Deschanel.
God damn it. Number 18, Xenos, yay Galvus, the main antagonist of Stormblood and kind of the entire Realm Reborn to Endwalker storyline. Xenos is the callous and bloodthirsty crown prince of the Garlean Empire who cares only about violence and carnage, and to a lesser extent, venom. Xenos develops a deep, dark obsession with the Warrior of Light, believing that the Warrior is his only true equal and therefore friend he has, eventually pursuing the Warrior to the literal edge of the universe just to get a rematch.
Number 19, Emmett Selk, one of the unsundered Ascians who seek to bring about the end of the world via the restoration of the Dark God Zodiarch. Emmett Selk hounds the Scions of the Seventh Dawn during Shadowbringers, simultaneously showing them the more sympathetic human side of the Ascians, while also being campily evil enough to earn him a spot if we ever do another Disney Villains episode.
Number 20, Hydaelyn. Initially presented as the godlike Mother Crystal at the heart of the world, Hydaelyn is the main entity responsible for guiding the Warrior of Light and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn on their quest to save the world. It's eventually revealed that Hydaelyn is, in fact, an ancient named Vana, whose peers became the Ascians. Most importantly, she's not actually a giant crystal, so we don't need to have another Boldy situation. Unless you want another Boldy situation.
Yeah, I thought she was an Irish setter.
Number 21, characters from the Hildebrand questlines. Every now and again, while playing Final Fantasy XIV, you'll run into a quest that deals with Hildebrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville, a gentleman inspector and complete buffoon with a whole-ass cast of side characters, each more Looney Tunesy than the last. For this slot, we're each going to pick one of our favorite characters from these questlines to rank. Will it be Hildebrand's sidekick, the enthusiastic and low-key psychopath Nashu? Will it be Hildebrand's father, the oft unclothed goldsmith and superhuman pro wrestler Godbert? Or will it be one of the returning characters from the other Final Fantasy games who also show up in these stories, like Gilgamesh or Ultros? Truly a mystery fit for the inspector himself.
And you know what that rather bracing sound means. We've queued up and our duty awaits. Let's jump right in with our medians. Number 11. Jeff, who do you have as number 11?
Y'shtola Rule. I feel like Y'shtola has a lot of potential. She's basically a few bad days away from being a world boss, which you've got to appreciate the sick sexual energy that brings to the table. That said, she doesn't really ever show any of that side of herself in the game. It's super hot whenever she pops up. She's amazing. She's dominant. She knows what she wants. That part when she just basically runs legal train on the entire council at Charlayan, just walking through their big dumb spiral staircase with her high heels on and more or less stomps the floor dramatically for each one that she slays on her way. It's hot. You don't forget. And plus, she's got that nerdy anime archetype vibe where she's like, oh, you need me to connect two universes and fire light from one of them to the other one to counterbalance their whatevers. I don't care. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be off screen. That's how I live my life, doing the correct things, just off screen. Yeah, she's got a lot of energy. I wish she was honest about her age. That said, I assume she's fucking. She's just keeping it quiet. I think she has an understanding with that. What do you call those guys? That Hrothgar dude back in the forest in the Shadow Plant world, Shadowbringers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if she doesn't, he really hopes that she will one day.
Yeah. I'm sure that there are other folks that she's got an understanding with too. She's probably got a man in every shard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Easy.
Okay, Kit, who is your number 11?
Isael, or Isael. Sorry, it's supposed to be a French name. Isael. So pre-Shivification? Post-Shivification? My nipples would be hard enough to cut diamonds into dust. But that's probably more due to the cold than the arousal. Unless she can turn down the chill, I cannot see myself being able to engage in anything other than like helpless shivering and daydreaming of drinking hot cocoa in a hot bath.
All right, Megan Bob, who did you manage to find as your number 11 on this list of complete strangers?
I know. I walked into this bar and I was like, I don't go here. All right. Gaius van Baelsar. Woof. Okay. He's a real tweener, but I don't think he fucks like fucking is his thing. I think he fucks like he's guided by some kind of policy about how to fuck, which is fine. Some people are like that. But I'm looking for a lot more flexibility than that. I think this guy fucks like normal, rough and tumble guy with a little more softness thrown in there. And he fucks that way every single time, no matter who he's with or what the situation is. That's a great flavor. Baskin Robbins, it fucking ain't.
So my number 11 is Thancred, which I find hilarious. I didn't intentionally put him at the middle, but it is very funny to me that that's where he ended up. And for me, Thancred is the start of a little mini tier I have of just like guys who try way too hard.
He's also in a mini tier, but a different kind in mine.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll hear about that at some point. But yeah, like I just feel like Thancred is gonna like try to give himself a pep talk in the bathroom mirror beforehand.
Oh wow.
He's gonna like low-key freak out a bit if anything goes wrong. Like I don't think he would be bad, but he's just like he's placed too much of his own sense of self-worth into this idea that he's this like suave playboy, but he himself doesn't really fully believe it. So, you know, it's a little messy. He does get bumped up at least a few points for me, just because I'm really curious to see how that nutkin is going to constantly like reposition itself to keep me from getting a good look at his dick. So that'll be fun at least. All right. On to our number 12s. Kit, start us off this time. Who is your number 12?
Oh, it's the start of the tier. Thancred's not here yet, though. Okay, number 12 is Emmett Selk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I know. I didn't expect him to come here so soon. I was going to wait later on as a Disney film, but no. When he's first introduced, he has very big Disney villain energy. He became very popular on the internet very quickly because of that charisma. But I think he's one of the most normal fucks on the list.
Oh, wow.
He would like raise your panties right off, and he has magic. But like everyone on this list can do magic, basically. It's Final Fantasy. So I think you're going to have like a standard issue good time. And it's definitely going to be better than any other boring ass fucking Asian. So yeah, sure. Why not? Let's fuck.
Great. Megan Bob, who is your number 12?
Grahatia. The golden retriever energy off this man is real.
Palpable.
He's gonna be so excited to fuck and like so excited to hang out with you afterwards. And yes, he is one of those very special breed of guys who says, "Wow, boobs," when you take off your bra. But I think he does probably know what to do with a boob, so that's great. What I am not excited about is that I feel like he's gonna call afterwards, like a lot. And don't get me wrong, I love to get attached to my partner, but like you and I are not gonna be a thing, Graha. I have room in my life for exactly one dog, and I already have him. So you're gonna have to find someone else to take you on walkies, my dude.
So my number 12 is Gaius. So Bob, clearly your takes are not too terribly far off.
Yes.
At least from my perspective so far. So Gaius, I think the fuck itself is pretty good, like better than a number 12 would actually indicate. Like he knows what he's doing. He's got like a lot of natural ability combined with like experience and practice techniques, but it's only just barely worth the 45-minute unskippable manifesto you have to sit through first. Like, buddy,
I don't like that.
Fuck me or don't, but I don't want to hear your college freshman level of religious and political hot takes. Like, when I told you to blow me, I wasn't talking about my mind, you know? Jeff, who is your number 12?
You know, this is really a testament to the sheer horniness of this game just in general that I have this guy all the way down at number 12, but it's Estinian Varlano. Look, he's kind of a casual fuck man. Like, this guy is busy. He is consistently busy, and he is consistently getting busy everywhere he goes. I assume he's got a fuck buddy every third town that he lazily bums his way through looking for a cool spear fight. He basically is the living embodiment of that old joke you hear from women about how the best lay they ever had in their life was a guy who lived in a treehouse and doesn't pay taxes and believes in giants. He's that. He's a crazy motherfucker that you just don't. For me, he's kind of further down the list because this isn't what I'm into. But if you're willing to basically have sex with one of those put in a quarter and ride for 25 seconds on a rocket in front of a shopping center type of energy, that's Estinian for you. He will fuck you, and then he will smoke on your roof for 15 seconds and then jump into space. Plus, I feel like he's just going through the motions nowadays. He's never going to replace Ezel.
All right, on to number 13s. Megan Bob, who do you have at 13?
Y'shtola rule. It's going to be efficient. I think it'll be good because she seems to be good at everything. But if you're wondering, will she be a sweaty mess at the end of it? Will she lose herself in it? I think the answer is no. Will she commit to giving you an orgasm so powerful that you black out? Yes. This absolutely hinges on what you get out of sex. And I stand firmly on team, it's not about coming. And I think she's on team, it's definitely about coming. So we're playing from different handbooks, and that's going to be a bad time. But on fundamentals, she's good, just sheer determination alone.
My number 13 is Nero. And he is the bottom of and kind of poster boy for the try-hard tier. Like, what do you even say about the sexual prowess of a guy who attached a rocket engine to the head of a Warhammer? Like, he almost certainly has no idea what he's doing in bed, but it is worth it just to see, like, what kind of ceruleum-powered sex toys this nasty freak has cooked up in his spare time. Jeff, who do you have at 13?
Number 13, I've got Tataru Taru. Like, look, folks, I'm not much of a Lalafell guy myself. I know that the vast majority of the Final Fantasy XIV player base tends to disagree, but I think that Tataru does have a lot of energy and a lot of drive for herself, and I think she has a thing going on with all the other big-name merchants of Eorzea. I think she's getting together, working on her brand. At the same time, she's got a brand going with them. I think her and Rowena and Hancock and Godbert and Julian are all hanging out, probably at Godbert's place, playing like slutty-ass Jenga where there's dares written on all the tiles. I think they're doing that, and I think they make Geralt watch from a cuck chair.
Jeff, I sincerely hope that every one of your rankings includes some kind of ship, because that's what it's been so far, and I've loved every single one of them. So
yeah, this is great.
I can't guarantee it, but a lot of them do. Yeah.
Great. Looking forward to it.
These are plot bunnies. People write these stories.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been written, Bob.
Yeah, there's no way.
It has so much
AO3
fan
beat
fiction.
me.
This game brought me back to fan fiction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. More on that later, I guess.
Yeah, who do you have at 13?
Number 13, the second part of my trilogy, see if you can figure out how they're all connected, is Thancred. Surely, a flirtatious, white-haired rogue with a gunblade and a long jacket was supposed to be more interesting in bed than he actually wound up being. This is just another surprisingly straightforward fuck. Until you realize he's a bottom. This is Thancred. A thirsty little bottom freak nasty. And it took Urianger to get it out of him. More on that later.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about ships. Anyway,
Yeah.
All right. We are on to number 14 now. I will start off. My number 14 is Graha. There is no way this nerd twink has ever seen or touched a boob.
I also believe that.
I very much doubt he's ever seen a dick, despite having one. I think
Wow.
when he has to go pee, he catches just the slightest glimpse of his bright red pubic hair. He blushes furiously and he looks away, squeezing his eyes shut and panting slightly. Like, he's going to be hilariously responsive to whatever you do to him. He will explode like a firework every 15 seconds. Now, is this sex going to be good? Not for your own physical pleasure, but if you like a partner who is easy to please, it does not get much easier than this.
Yeah.
Jeff, who do you have at 14?
Number 14, I have Zero. Zero will, at some point in her life, become the most incredible lay in creation. She'll be the greatest sex that the 14th shard has to offer. But that's going to be once she figures out what sex is. She's still at kind of like the apple delicious level of consciousness, sort of in general. But the intensity is smoldering. Like, the position that I'm putting her at, all the way down here at 14, this is born of ignorance, not potential. I want to make that clear. She's already fucking literally every time she touches her big stupid hat. That shit fucks. And who will she? You want my obvious connection for her ship? It's got to be one of Vritra's creations. It's going to be one of those various human forms he gives himself. I'm sure he's going to make one just for her.
No,
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow. Kit, who is your 14?
This is the end of the trilogy, Lise. She's another character who feels way too straightforward compared to everyone else. All the other freaking hot weirdos on this list. She's a nice girl who's great at martial arts, so flexible. Yeah. We've been here. Best case scenario, we don't realize we're all that attracted to each other until we've sparred several stories high on the open hand of a statue of the god Ralger, after which we engage in a proper post-spar fuck it. Any scenario, but that would be mid. Yeah, that's what I think. And that concludes my straightforward fuckers trilogy.
Straightforward.
All right, Megan Bob, you're number 14.
Oh, I may get heat for this. Yatsuyu Brutus.
Heat.
Okay.
Heat.
All right. Okay. I'd let her step on me or use me as human furniture. That's not sex, but it's not sex. I think she's an absolute deranged, selfish, egotistical lover who uses people up and spits them out. But goddamn, I mean, I have to die someday. And this does not sound like the worst way to go.
Yeah.
Nothing you said was incorrect, Bob.
I just didn't care about that much. Sorry.
We are on to number 15s now. Jeff, who do you have at 15?
This is where I'm putting Lise/Ida Hext.
Hey.
Realistically, she should probably be higher on the list. I mean, she is smoking hot and everything and has a cool adventure storyline, but I'm going to lay my cards on the table. I hate Alamigo and everyone from there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, maybe she's quietly hooking up with Arenvald or Fordola or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. Their accent sucks. They can fuck all they want. The face paint sucks. That's fine. It'd be better if she was hooking up with Hien, but frankly, he's too cool for her anyway. I just got no love for anyone who loves Alamigo so much that they want to go back there. Like, I've been there. It is a boring stopgap keeping me from doing more of the actual Stormblood content.
My number 15 is Emmett Selk.
Oh, wow.
I just don't want to hear all about, like, how much better sex was before the Sundering, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like, yes, you're good at fucking. Great. Whatever. But come on, man. Just, like, live in the moment. You gotta stop comparing me to that time when you were in a 14-person polycule and all of you were capable of, like, creating orgasm elementals or turning your cum into ice cream at the snap of your fingers. Like, that was a long time ago. We gotta make do with what our reduced human forms can do now.
God, you're so right.
Megan Bob, who do you have at 15?
Nero Tolskaiva. This Draco Malfoy sunglasses wearing try-hard dweeb. I was really trying to, like, go lean in, and it's like I wrote this and now I'm realizing that I didn't have to write this part. I'm sure he's cool. I assume he's actually cool. Great. I find out he's not. He will fuck me like he's trying to prove a point, which I don't hate, but that point will be that he's great, not that I'm great. And I'm willing to admit that I'm a bad enough person that I'd rather be fucked like I'm the one who's great. So shrug emoji.
You know, Bob, for someone who hasn't played the games, you're really nailing what their personalities are like.
Some of these later takes that you may be like, what the fuck? But we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. They may be on brand for me, so...
All right. Kit, who is your 15?
Hydaelyn. Hear, feel, think. I think Crystal Mommy is into sensory play.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, do you have to fuck the giant crystal version of her? That has to be better than fucking Boldy from Hades, right? Sorry to Zad, I think, who went hard for Boldy.
Someone went hard on Boldy.
Oh, yeah. At least Crystal Mommy can mind fuck you in her weird space dimension, and that's kind of hot, right? Yeah.
It's something.
It's something. Yeah, that's why she's here.
All right, moving on to number 16s. I will start us off this time. My number 16 is my pick from the Hildebrand characters list.
Ooh.
My number 16 is Nashu. Never before have I had to deal with so much shtick just to have a 5 out of 10 fuck. Like,
oh, wow.
She fell asleep while giving me head. I asked if she had any sex toys, and she brought out a pair of bombs with the fuses already lit. She thought a boudoir was a door full of ghosts. We have finally found it, ladies and gentlemen. Nashu is a sexual Amelia Bedelia.
That rules.
Love that. Beautiful.
All right.
Porn Gallagher.
Megan Bob, who is your 16?
Taru. She will be enthusiastic, if clueless, is my take. Not my favorite flavor. I don't possess the I'm a teach'em personality trait, sadly. More to the point, I just cannot wrap my head around fucking an adult who looks like something I'd find on a grandma's shelf.
Precious moments.
Yeah, or just any weird grandma figurine. There's so many different kinds. Precious Moments is the one we all know, but grandmas know of the deep lore. There are many.
Kit, who is your number 16?
Sid. Since he's an engineer, I assume he could fashion up like a Magitech dildo if I asked for it. But the thing is, I think I'd have to ask for it. Like, it's not something he'd come up with on his own. He doesn't seem freaky. Like, at all. He gives me real focused on his work kind of guy energy, you know? I think engineering a Magitech sex toy would be more exciting to him than using it. And I don't even think he'd let me test it out for, like, safety reasons.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeff, who is your 16?
Grahatia. I feel like he doesn't really fuck very much at the moment. Even if you are the kind of player who's appreciating the whole this is the character in the game who has a crush on you vibe, I think he's a dog chasing a car. Wouldn't know what to do with it if he caught it. I think he probably did do a lot of fucking in his alternate future history self, where he like lives for hundreds of years past the shard being destroyed and all that, and has to send himself back in time. And I think he doesn't fuck anymore because he misses the raw, grimy danger of post-apocalypse sex.
Oh, wow.
Like, who wants to have sex now when you aren't going to get killed by a skeleton for doing it? It lacks pizzazz. Frankly, this guy has more horn dog energy for any random taco or hamburger than he ever will for an ass again. And the only way he's ever going to touch a boob is if they need to show off their fancy new boob physics emulator.
We are now on to number 17, Megan Bob. Who's your 17?
Izael Dangelin. I think she fucks like someone with a lot of baggage who's really determined to do better, but sex isn't really the locus of that, so kind of a distraction from her whole deal, which means she fucks like she's wounded, but also not really looking for a sexual or romantic relationship to patch that. Her hair's cool, though.
It is cool. Kit, you're 17?
It's Nero. Right behind Sid. His favorite
Ranking
place
him
to
under
be.
Sid.
Yep.
Yeah, right behind Sid. That's
What a
pretty
thumb to
should be.
the eye.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. By the premise of the show, we're supposed to be into each other, right? He's not actually interested in me. He just wants to one-up Sid. So he makes his own Magitech dildo. But his is red, and it turns into a jet-propelled hammer. And is definitely the kind of sex toy monstrosity that would be featured on Aloe and Ace.
Thank you.
Yes. And then he'd get all butthurt that I didn't want to be the first one to try it out because I don't trust his expertise and craftsmanship. Try your hammer dildo out on your own, asshole, Nero.
Jeff, who is your 17?
Gaius Van Baelsar. Look, this guy's got 15 adopted kids with like giant mechs or whatever, but no one's going to fuck this guy until he learns to get to the point and get over himself. I can just imagine him at a bar delivering some like 12-minute unskippable pickup routine where he's like, is it not right that all women should desire the tenderness and warmth of the noble arms of Garlemald? It's just get over it. It's fucking sucks. Eventually, he's going to stop talking and realize there's no one left but a bartender tapping a watch. Plus, let's be real, he doesn't even go by Gaius Van Baelsar anymore. He goes by Shadow Hunter. You're telling me you want to fuck a guy that changed his name to copy Transformers? No. No, that is lame. That is edgelord bullshit. And you want to really feel like an old weirdo about this guy? He's got 15 adopted kids. You know that woman that in those very Castromorians raid that you have to deal with the gun is on her hands, like in all white armor, and she comes out and she talks about how you'll never get Sid away or this guy away from her, and she's like all whining about how much she's in love with him. She is also his adopted daughter.
Oh, wow.
This guy has no sex energy at all. We've entered into the nadir phase for me. So there you go. Gaius Van Baelsar.
And we're still several spots from the bottom.
Yeah, it's a weird list. Right. There's a dramatic cliff. You go right from this guy fucks like a maniac to this guy has never fucked for me.
Wow. All right. That just leaves me. My number 17 is Estinian. I have a question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Do you think I could convince him to use his dick like a pole arm and just like use jump over and over again to like fuck like he's on a pogo stick? I didn't think so either. So number 17 it is.
No.
All right. A limit break.
Oh, limit break your back, maybe.
Yeah.
That's very good, Kit.
Just so it's on.
All right, Kit. Let's start you off with 18. Who do you have at 18?
Tataru. Okay, I have a very hard time imagining these potatoes in sexual situations.
Yeah.
Let alone with me or my Warrior of Light stand-in. So for fear of having a mental image I can't unsee, I'll just say that I'm sure she'd take care of you. Just gonna not even think about it more than that. She's nice. She's nice, and everybody seems to think she's attractive. It's kind of like this cute little running joke, but like, okay, I don't want to. That's great.
Jeff, who is your 18?
My number 18 is Heidelin.
Wow.
Keep in mind that I'm separating in my mind Heidelin and Venat. They are two different consciousnesses as far as I'm concerned. Venat fucks. Venat fucks like a train.
Okay.
But at some point in her life, sometime in the past 400,000 years or whatever, she made a quiet shift from big fucking energy to patient example. I assume she's adjacent to a ton of sex, but she's definitely that person at the orgy who's handing out water bottles and making sure that the sheets get changed at this point in her life. She's happy doing that, and she likes to dress up, but that's where it stops for her.
My number 18 is 0. I need more from foreplay than my partner just like casually touching the brim of her hat, you know? And
that's
like,
not casual.
That's because you're not a lesbian.
that is true. But like the other thing is that zero has to be dragged into every freaking thing. Like everything is a negotiation with her. Like everything is an exchange. Like, you know, I'm all about making sure that everyone has a good time during the fuck, but she's gonna like be staring at a stopwatch the entire time I'm going down on her, so she knows exactly how long to spend going down on me in exchange. Like, come the hell on.
Yeah, you're not going to feel very important when you're like, hey, you want to hook up later? And she's like, okay, but only if I get to keep your pen.
Yeah.
And you're like,
my pen?
Okay.
It's not even a good pen. All right. Megan Bob, who's your 18?
Oh, I might get heat for this. Magnai Oranir and Sadhu Dotharl.
No heat.
Oh, okay. All right.
You've been accurate so far.
Okay. I feel like I'm really the third wheel here. Like this whole thing could happen with a sex doll, and that would be the equivalent of what I'm adding to this, which is kind of hot. But unlike my fantasies of being treated as a sex doll, in this situation, I would have to deal with interpersonal tension, which is not hot. I mean, it could be hot if it was sexy tension, but I really don't think these two are looking to bone down. So this is just going to be the regular type of tension that I dread. And I don't want to live out the scene, what if a real doll had anxiety?
That brings us on to our number 19s. We are really closing in on the nadir here. My number 19 is Sid. Okay. And this is one of my big feels. You show up at Sid's house and knock on the door. He doesn't answer. You text him and, after several minutes, receive a frantic response explaining that he lost track of time at the workshop, but he'll be there in 10 minutes, promise.
Oh, no.
45 minutes later, he pulls up, still wearing his work outfit, apologizes for his lateness, but promises you're going to have a great time. He lets you in. You go to his bedroom. You don't immediately see his bed. You just see a large, bed-shaped pile of half-finished airship plans. But after he spends another 20 minutes gingerly rearranging these plans, there's enough room left on the bare mattress on the ground for the two of you to start getting busy. You get a good 6 minutes of rushed foreplay and half-hearted penetration before Sid's link pearl buzzes. Oh, I've got to take this. It's work, he says. He picks up and begins berating Biggs and Wedge for forgetting to properly calibrate the new engine. He stands up from the bed and continues his conversation as he exits the bedroom. A few minutes later, you hear him walk out the front door and hear the sound of his car engine start as he drives off. You realize then that he forgot all about you mid-fuck.
Wow. I don't think anyone has said a single inaccurate thing about these characters.
Yeah. And then Biggs and Wedge run in and apologize on his behalf.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The boss wants us to fuck you real good.
No.
All right, Kit, who is your number 19?
Oh, it's big feels, as it should be. Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville.
Aw.
Never was there more a guaranteed come in the eye, but not immediately. No, your terrible decision to go back home with Hildebrand is the beginning of an entire side quest, which Hildy gets his dick stuck in the mattress, is freed via bomb explosion which sends him flying, only to crash land into a long-lost Alagon brothel where we meet an ancient sapient Marlboro who wants to fuck him, and after you narrowly rescue him by taking an escape pod, you celebrate with sex, ending in him making the worst rictus grin O-face the human mind can imagine, before finally getting cum shot in your eye.
Oh, Kit, the O face. Oh, because you see it. You see it in those cutscenes all the time.
All the time. He's got custom rig just for O face.
Good grief. That's terrible. Thanks for nothing, Kit. Jeff, who is your number 19?
Nidhogg. Why didn't we pick a dragon that would stop being a piece of shit long enough to ever fuck? Vritra fucks. I can tell you who Vritra fucks. I can tell you how. Hraesvelgr fucks. I can tell you who, how, and with how much intensity Hraesvelgr fucks. Nidhogg just gives speeches and then gets mad when you kill the kids that he sent right in front of you to kill. Shit dragon, all dragons considered. Is he neat? Oh, absolutely. Does he have too mad for some reason energy? Yes, absolutely yes. Does he fuck? I don't think he's fucked in 10,000 years.
Oof.
Wow.
This is where we get into the angry part of the list, I'm starting to see.
Yeah.
Megan Bob, who's your 19?
My number 19 is Estinian Varlano. This man will come and then immediately put on his clothes to leave. Like still breathing a little hard and is halfway into his armor. And it's not that this man has no place in the sexual ecosystem. Sometimes you want a man who will self-evict. Like, that's great. But I'm sorry, if you do the sexual equivalent of dine and dash, dick and dash, you are garbage. I hate this man.
It's dine and dash if he eats you out, I guess.
Yeah, true.
There we go.
Gotta say, this is someone who hasn't seen him do shirtless push-ups, which they came up with a custom animation rig just for.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yep.
All right, we're on to number 20s. Jeff, who's your 20?
Magnai, Oronir, and Sadu Dortharl. Look, sometimes you meet a person who you would absolutely fuck, but they get in their own way at every possible step. You throw them as many opportunities as you possibly can. You practically spread your legs and throw a pattern of rose petals and blinking runway lights directly to your genitals for them. And instead of making it all the way there, they trip over and fall face first into a boy dog's ass. That's what both of them are. And it doesn't help that they're an example of an anime joke I didn't especially like the first time in like 1981. We get it already. Either fuck or don't, but quit acting like you're just two angry people who are too angry at each other to realize that they love each other. That's so common that even people who don't like anime know the word tsundere just for your dumb asses. That's right. I know an anime word.
Ooh.
We're very proud.
Pachi, 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 pachi.
All right. Megan Bob, who is your number 20?
Zero. I don't even know how I would initiate a sexual encounter with Zero or understand what happens at the end of one. Does the orgasm score have to be equal or else she'll feel indebted? She's almost certainly going to say something dour that'll make me sigh heavily and say, you know what? Let's skip the fuck and just order Taco Bell, okay? Do you know how hard that is to get me to do? It's extremely hard. Look, I too long to fuck the void, but the void can't be a buzzkill about it. I already have depression, but thanks anyway, Zero.
My number 20 is Yotsuyu. This was the hardest character for me to figure out. Like, she has a very complicated and like largely unpleasant relationship to sex, to the extent that I struggle to even imagine what would make her happy aside from, I assume, sadism, which she's definitely bringing into the bedroom, whether you're interested in it or not. The bottom line is I just don't think she's interested in sex particularly. Like, she's not interested in giving pleasure to others. And even in the best case circumstances, I don't think there's anything appealing on the other side of a hookup with her.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Guess who my 20 is?
Is it also Yotsuyu?
We got our first connection.
Yeah, it took a while. All right. Can I just start by saying, woof. And I mean woof in two ways. One, holy crap, she's been through some terrible shit and in turn done terrible shit to other people. And number two, girl pretty. Girl so pretty. Girl pretty do war crimes? And if we're fucking before her memory loss, I'm in danger. She's definitely going to be Sado, but I ain't Maso, okay? Post-memory loss, she's way too childlike, too vulnerable. I ain't touching her. Yotsuyu is an incredibly well-written character. She's so complicated, and I don't want to find myself naked in the same room with her at any point in the story.
Yeah. All right. We're here. Number 21. The worst fuck on the list.
Oh, it's all going to be the same person. Come on.
It's definitely not, because my number 21 is Izael.
Okay.
Cold hands and feet. No, thank you.
I forgot. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I love it. What a good reason.
Jeff, who's your 21?
Xenos Ye Galvis. This guy is the anti-fuck. Like, he's like a bold new concept of asexuality where he wants to destroy sex. If he saw sex, he would attack it. He would try to kill sex. This guy doesn't belong on hard choices because he's not a hard choice. He's just a weird new kind of dude. Like, even Vothri presumably did weird Roman orgy shit just to be decadent about it. This guy just sits in a room and stares in the middle distance and snaps chicken bones to suck the marrow out of them without moving his eyes or breathing too heavily unless he hears there's a fight happening somewhere nearby.
Wonderful.
I love the reads. This is fucking this whole fucking episode is this read after read. I swear we love this game, guys. I swear.
I fucking love this game.
That's why we can read them, is because we've spent thousands of hours with these characters.
Please, anyone who loves this game knows that Xenos sucks.
I love Xenos so much. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love him, but he sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He definitely sucks, but I love him so much. All right. Kid, who's your 21?
Gaius. This was not my intention. How did I end up in bed with a guy who monologues? Monologues are the least sexy of the logs, and it's unskippable. Maybe if I can get him to monologue directly into my cunt, then maybe I'll feel something. Something other than the urge to text Hildebrand, you up?
All right, Bob, who's your 21?
Well, it hasn't appeared on anyone's list yet, so I fear I may be way off base, but...
Okay.
Oriange Ogurel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was an English major. Fuck this guy. He's not going to be willing to say pussy. He's going to use some kind of poetic euphemism that will make my fucking skin crawl.
God, you're right. Ugh.
Fuck off diet, Mr. Darcy.
You know he's going to call it your warmth.
Thine warmth? Like, just...
Thine
warmth.
Yeah.
Thine warmth needs must be attended.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if I can finish the episode. I feel like I've been stabbed. That was unconscious. I didn't know I was going to cry out like I had been mortally wounded. Fuck me, Jeff. That was horrible.
Boom, boom.
Oh, thine
You know
warmth.
what? I'm kind of into it. Not gonna lie. Kind of into it.
Thine rod you're looking for?
Well, we'll talk about him later.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll talk. We'll be revisiting Urianger on my list much later.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, we've fought our way down to the worst of the worst, and now we've all taken a knee, exhausted, thanks to an untelegraphed auto attack that we couldn't have possibly avoided. It looks like this one's a bust, folks. We're gonna have to... Wait a minute. A glimmer of hope. It's one of those BS QTE rapid click challenges that pop up for no reason. Quick, everyone, click! Click like your life
click
depends
whatever.
on it. The space bar works too. Use both of your hands at once. That did it. Our HP and MP are back to full. Our abilities have cooled down. We're ready to ascend to the top. The path to the zenith awaits, starting with our number 10s. Megan Bob, start us off. Who do you have at number 10?
Emmett Selk. I want to fuck his pain away. But he's already tried that and it didn't work. He's going to fuck me like he's tired, like he's bored, and mostly like he's deep down sad. I can fuck under those conditions, but what I'd really rather do is just hold him and play with his hair until he falls asleep. That's not sex, but it's maybe closer to the intimacy of a sexual connection than he can get through anything else. Look, it's rare that you'll hear me say this. Certainly on this fucking podcast. Some things are more important than blowjobs.
I forgot how deeply sad he was. I think I'm going to move him up my list. He goes above Ezel now. There you go.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's so sad. He real sad.
Yeah, but like, I think I like way more obviously sad. He like is hiding it under that Disney villain thing.
That's because he's too sad.
Plus, he does that little finger snap animation when he comes.
Oh, yeah. Shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Kid also just like has an allergic reaction anytime Asians come up in the storyline, even the best one. So
I can hate him. Jeff, I'm so glad to hear you also just can't with Asians.
Oh no, Asians and Alamegans, just send them off somewhere.
I'll take the Alamegans. It's fine.
All right.
Kit, who is your number 10?
This is where Magni and Sadu come in for me. Because best case scenario, they're going to compete to see who can make you come harder or more times in a row. It's always a fucking competition with them. Worst case scenario, they're going to fight over who gets to top who and completely forget that you're there.
Oh.
They're this high on the list because they're both hot, and I would totally just watch them do that.
Jeff, who is your number 10?
This is going to be my entry from the world of Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville, because I'm going to use the space to push from my boy Godbert.
Yeah.
I love this guy. He's an unstoppable super alien hammer-wielding sociopath of raw justice and capitalism. And even once you set aside that he is constantly oiled in only the finest of oils, that he is constantly clad in only the tiniest of tidy-whities, he also, canonically, by my estimation, has the only and most rock-solid marriage in the history of Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, wow.
No one is more married in this game than Godbert and Julian. No one. They are, and not only that, but they're old. They're uncountably old. Like, he's technically an alien he's a Superman, literally. And he's probably in his centuries old, but I'm going to guarantee you that these two are still having morning sex. Aww. I think they still walk I think they still shower with the door open. On the off chance that maybe they get a visit. They're walking into each other. Godbert is the most interesting man in Eorzea, and he fucks like a fucking craftsman with an unstoppable steam engine for an ass.
Wow.
My number 10 is first time this character is showing up on the list, Rabon.
Oh, yeah.
His base level physicality implies that he could show you a good time, but I'm kind of getting the same vibes off of him that I did from Superman in the Justice League episode. Like, I think he's going to treat you as something fragile that he has to be very gentle with. Now, unlike Superman, he can be goaded into losing his temper if you push his buttons enough. But if the lead up to Heavensward is any indication, he might literally cut you in half as a result.
Oh, no.
True.
We are now up to number 9s. Kit, who is your number 9?
It's Xenos. Real sweet of Square Enix to make a major character for the pro shippers. The only way you're fucking Xenos is if you're his obsession. The meet cute is you barely stopping him from slaughtering a whole town, and now he's stalking you because you're the first person that's caused him to feel anything. I'm not about to write a Dubcon fanfic for y'all, okay? But that's the kind of fuck you're gonna get out of this peach. And I hope you weren't planning on topping or doming.
Jeff, who is your number 9?
Nero Tolskeva. I honestly don't have a ton to say about Nero. I miss his cool helmet. I liked it a lot better. We look like a snake villain from G.I. Joe than Sting in cheap Ray-Bans. Like, that looks like he's trying to be in The Matrix.
Yes.
I think he probably fucked more with the helmet on than off. I think he practices his smile in the mirror, and I think he has a trademark name for it.
Oh.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's got ceruleum in the name. But I do appreciate a villain, and him and Sid are one of the most obvious non-spoken couples in the history of the game. So honestly, they kind of have to be near each other on the list because I'm pretty sure they fuck the exact same amount.
My number 9 is Merlvib.
Oh, wow.
Also the first time this character has appeared. I like that we saved the Grand Company leaders for last. So yeah, Merlvib is like a little too serious, I think, to really cut loose and have as much fun as some of the characters that I ranked above her. But like, confidence is sexy, and anyone with the iron will to forge a functional nation out of a bunch of pirates has confidence to fucking spare. She also, clearly and explicitly, values the idea of swallowing all. So like, I mean, clearly you know where she stands on that particular
Her
debate.
sea swallows all.
Megan Bob, who is your number 9?
Sid Garland. I yearn to be touched by this man's calloused and scarred hands. I know he probably won't. I know, but and maybe he's not a real Peepums, but he's a Peepums of the soul. Maybe he will gruffly build me a Final Fantasy Sibian. What I'm really holding out for, though, is that he will gruffly fuck me on his workbench. I just want grease marks all over my body, but I don't want to do any fucking work. Is that so much to ask?
It would definitely be a Sidbian, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
All right, on to our number 8s. Jeff, start us off, please, sir. Who is your number 8?
They got to be near each other, so here comes Sid Garland. I always wonder about this guy because he's the only Garlean from the early part of the game who is using the Hero frame instead of the human model on an Elizen frame,
Right.
which means that he's got real, automatic, just by dint of the way the video game is programmed, short king energy. He's like a full foot shorter than every other Garlean you meet. I assume that's why you meet him first. I think he's like a Garlemald 6, but an Ul'dah 8. And that's why you find him hanging around outside of Blackbrush Station. He's just scoring all the trim he can with people who don't know how tall they could be getting it. I assume that he's over here in our part of Eorzea because he's enjoying seeing the tops of heads for the first time in his life. Anyway, he's got a hot beard. He's got a really good wink. He's a dashing airship pilot, but he's obviously already settled down with his giant, annoying, conniving boyfriend, and I respect that for him. He's fucking uncomfortable, and that makes me happy.
My number 8 is Lise. Lise moved up a full letter grade for me once I realized that. So, you know those little shorts that she wears as Ida? You know, the ones that like don't have any sides on them?
Oh, wow.
The only way I could imagine those staying on is if she's like somehow doing something in her nether regions that to like keep them in place. Like, I don't know if she's just like constantly flexing her thighs in just the right way, or if she's employing some kind of like exotic Kegel technique.
Oh, yeah.
But like, whatever it is, it's working, and I have to check it out.
Incredible camel toe grip.
Yeah, it's a monk thing.
My number 8 is also Lise Hext.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like this woman is the kind who just buries her whole face in your pussy. Like no grace or subtlety, just real big feral vibes. The lack of solid interpersonal skills is a concern, yes. But I can overlook a lot for someone who eats pussy for their own enjoyment. Not everyone has the pussy fiend gene. And while I have not seen her Ancestry.com genetics, I feel pretty confident she's got it.
All right, Kit, you're number 8.
It's Nidhogg.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm not from Ishgard, so I have at least a 5-10% chance of surviving, which are high enough odds for me.
Yeah, right?
And if he's inhabiting Estinian's body, move him even higher up the list. Yeah.
We are moving on to number 7s. I'm going to start off because my number 7 is Nidhogg. Okay. The only way this makes sense to me within the bounds of the show is if it's the two of you having the nastiest, most brutal hate fuck the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Even if Nidhogg is in like Estinian cosplay mode, you and he are still going to end up reducing every piece of furniture you own to splinters. He's going to fuck you as a way of like proving his own draconic superiority, and he's gonna hate himself the whole time. I would not recommend doing this more than once, but boy howdy, are you going to remember your one night with this dude. And And just as a reminder, a little pro tip, you cannot change him. Do not make me get the shaker.
Were my eyes glittering?
Whichever ones you still had.
That's right. Megan Bob, who's your 7?
Thancred Waters. My policy is always fuck the roguish ones. Always. They can give you an experience because it's what they do. You'll be charmed, you'll be sweet-talked, you will even be a little bit manhandled. But it's not bespoke. Ideally, I want a handcrafted artisanal fuck. This guy has given me a little bit more chain restaurant experience than I wanted. Nothing against Outback Steakhouse or whatever, but there's a reason why they're not clogging up my DoorDash history.
Jeff, your number 7.
So I want to take you guys behind the curtain real quick here, just explain how I write categories for the show, because I'm not on it especially often, and I think I do it wrong sometimes. But I have 4 categories that, as I go from bottom to top, which are antithetical to fucking, as in these things are the opposite of fucking, bad at fucking, good at fucking, and probably fucking, but not me. And we are now entering my favorite, the top category, people I would fuck and why.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is Emmett Selk. And look, this guy is destroying the civilized parts of the universe to try and get his old fuck buddies back.
No.
That's all he wants. He just wants to get back to his old days. He fucks all right. He fucks whoever to make that happen. And let's not for nothing, he's a giant, skinny, sad guy with unbelievably big hands.
Yeah.
I bet they're proportionally too big. And I bet he looks off into the distance and says stuff like, "Yet the summit still eludes me," if you pay him any kind of compliment at all, which is why you just can't. He's the best Asian. I mean, Heidelin is mostly just a big crystal or a weird voice or an Irish setter, and everyone else that's still alive is an absolute lunatic. And yet he is reasonable, hot, has amazing skunk hair,
Yeah.
and is my personal favorite kind of bottom, a great big one.
Awesome. All right, Kit, you are number 7.
Merlvib. One ad is all it would take, just one advertisement, where Merlvib is asking you to join the Navy. That be the only recruitment drive the Navy would ever need, okay? I would rise through the ranks of the Maelstrom Grand Company just for the chance to get bent over Admiral Mommy's desk.
Mm-hmm.
That was our number 7s. On to number 6. Jeff, who do you have at 6?
I've got Thancred Waters. This is the kind of guy that is absolutely desperate to be a dad already. Like, he wants to radiate that hot dad energy. He's a little too thirsty for Minfilia in the early going. And, I get it. We all see Minfilia. We see the top she's wearing. It's like a napkin tied on with leather straps. What is going on with that? I don't know. It's worth making that stupid trek to the Waking Sands 400 times before they finally move anywhere else. But I get where he's coming from, but it goes on a little too long. But once it does, I feel like this guy settles down into a chummy routine of ordering Urianger around. Mm-hmm. Is it a little creepy that he adopts a daughter version of his previous love object? Yeah, maybe, but that's fine. He's a squad goal for me because he's a buddy, because as a gunbreaker / ninja main, I feel a certain sense of solidarity with the guy. I've always liked him, but very rarely had room for him in my game plans for that exact reason. But I think he very much fucks. I think he disappears for weeks at a time and turns up behind you smelling like 15 other people. He's just really chill about it. He's one of those guys that just has a lot of sexual energy that you never need to know about because he's so cool. The kind of guy that you'd never feel bad about fucking because he's not going to blow up your spot later. I think moving on from Minfilia has really worked for him, and I think it'll really work for me too.
No.
Oh, we're going to talk about this and let's unpack this, okay?
Yeah, for sure. All right, Kit, who is your number 6?
Raubon. It's pretty simple here. I'm positive he could bench press me with just his remaining right arm. Mm-hmm. He could eat me out while I was sitting on his shoulders. You can just imagine that real quick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the aftercare alone would make me feel like royalty.
No.
Just a simple, big, strong guy who could take care of you. That's all.
That's great. How about you, Bob? Who's your number 6?
I don't know, man. It's Heidelin.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want. She invites you in. Everything is soft, comfortable, and beautiful. She feeds you something you didn't know you were craving. She leads you to a bed so seductively plush that you never want to leave, and treats you to sex so sensually overwhelming that you swear you must be drunk. it's not that she's passionate for you. It's that she's compassionate towards you and caters to you in ways you didn't know you could be catered to. No, it's not really the same as connecting with another human being, but like, supreme luxury fuck, that's pretty goddamn good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can get that from her, but that's the dream.
My number 6 is Magnai and Sadu.
Oh, wow.
So you spend a romantic evening out with Magnai. He shows you his grand holdings as the Khan of the Oranir, the magnificent views of the Azim Steppe, and you dine on expertly prepared mammoth steaks. By the end, he is convinced that you are his Nama, his destined mate. You bring him back to your room, you begin to undress, only to reveal that Sadu is waiting for you in bed. "Fooled you again, little son," she says. "You just got Sadu'd." And then you and Sadu laugh and start to fuck. Magnai's face contorts in indignant rage. Then he sighs slightly, undoes his pants, and takes his appointed seat in the cuck chair.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Your fantasy is cucking Magnai.
Uh-huh. That's how you have sex with the two of them.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sitting in your big dumb throne in your big dumb bowl.
That's right. We are on to our top 5s now. Megan Bob, who is your number 5?
Rauban. I'll be honest, I tend to get along better with people who have a little bit of trauma in their life story. But that said, god damn, son. I baseline always want to give a blowjob, but this guy deserves a free lifetime supply of them. And not just from me, but like from the universe. And you know what? He's not even going to be like, fuck yes, finally, things are going my way. He's going to be like, aw shucks, I'm fine. Which only makes me want to blow him more. Also, this man needs to be the little spoon. He just really deserves that piece. Baby, I'm the spoon for the job.
Mm-hmm.
My 5 too.
Yeah, he's good.
No, tell us, Jeff.
Sure. Hey, literally, this is the only person from Alamigo I can even deal with. I mean, I guess Arenvald is okay. I just want to go all Toms of Finland intensity, dicks touching through the clothes, wrestle frauding this guy in a big ring of fire in front of a roaring fucking crowd.
Yes.
Of course I do. I do kind of ship the guy with Maxima Priscus, but I think the game has gone out of its way to make sure they don't even accidentally sort of set him up with anyone, which I appreciate because I'm setting him up with me. He's got an adopted Lalafell son, and I gotta say, we've all been making routine points throughout the course of this show that Lalafells aren't doing it for anybody. Pippin comes closer than any other Lalafell. That guy can fucking get it.
Oh my god, Pippin, you're right. Yeah.
Pippin's the only hot Lalafell until Dawntrail. No spoilers. The guy's entirely dedicated to protecting Nanamo. I get that, but I want to be there on the other side of it for him. I feel like he needs that sex nowadays more than ever since he lost his jerkin arm. Guy can't do the stranger.
Mm-hmm. It's hilarious that like there's this enormous man who is just like one of the fiercest warriors in the game, and everyone is just like, oh, we need to protect him. He's so precious.
I don't want to protect him. I want to defeat him.
Sure.
Wow. I love this.
Wow, who's the Xenos now? Jesus.
So my number 5 is Y'shtola.
Oh, okay.
And this is like if you had a coworker at a busy, stressful job. Like, you've known her for years. She's smart and she's dedicated, but she doesn't really reveal that much about her personal life. And then one day, you're carpooling to the office with her, and you get like a glimpse inside her house, and you see that she owns more sex toys than you have pieces of silverware. Like,
wow.
Yes, she is smart and dedicated and kind of married to her busy, stressful job, but she works that stress out with some of the kinkiest, wildest sexual acts that a human body is capable of. Kit, who's your number 5?
0. Probably surprising no one. If eating an apple for the first time rocked her world, I can't wait till she eats a peach. Yeah. Yeah, she is a gigavirgin TM. It's gonna be a long road. But she doesn't have any prior incorrect knowledge from pornography and cultural expectations on women going in, you know? Yeah. I really wish I didn't have that when I started having sex. So, real talk. If you've got the patience to teach, I think you could have a great time helping Zero come into her own, pun absolutely intended. And hopefully she won't get addicted to masturbation.
We are moving on to our top 4s now. Kit, keep us going. Who do you have at number 4?
All right, okay, this is where I have to explain myself. Urianger.
Okay.
I used to think he was so fucking boring. Like all of Realm Reborn. Until his astrology meets Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Deck glow up. Then I was like, record scratch, excuse me, hello? This fucking nerd who speaks in a ye olde dialect and info dumps about magic at every opportunity is a dom top. With your consent, Urianger will tie you up and pull tarot cards to decide what freaky deaky thing to do to you. Wow. And because look, I listen to I'm a fucking weep, okay? I listen to the Japanese audio. So I get to hear archaic Japanese and no bad accents. His Japanese voice is like slightly feminine and whispery, but somehow still has chest resonance. Girl, him giving sultry commands with that voice, I would come if he told me to.
Oh, wow.
Also, he's definitely fucking Thancred. I menage a trois that. And then suddenly moves up a lot if Urianger's involved.
I'll jump in because my number 4 is also Urianger. In my headcanon, Urianger is either a trans man, has the biggest hog out of anyone on the Scions, or both. Like,
damn.
Any way you slice it, this dude is absolutely crazy for dick. He has read every last dust-covered treatise on effective fellatio techniques that the Allagons ever dared to publish, and he has some of the weirdest, most archaic dirty talk anyone has ever heard.
Like, want to hear some more?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Please,
Go ahead.
Jeff. Please.
Let me write some down. I'll get back to you.
All right. Well, before you do that, why don't you give us your number 4?
My number 4 is Izael Dangalain. Look, she is the progenitor of the stomp heard round the world. She can put her foot into your face so hard it changes the universe's background music. She's obviously got to count for Shiva too. So you're getting a double dose of characters here. And as far as I'm concerned, a triple dose, because you get Izael, you get the casual, dedicated to solving the world, coming down off of her crazy high of being a zealot era, Izael. But then you get the pre-version too, when you get Lady Iceheart. I know I said Shadowhunter is a dumb, lame name, but that's because Iceheart works and she knows how to work it. She's the one who can make Estinian seem like a human instead of a creepy spear robot for the first time in his life. And sure, she's a raid boss, but it is kind of neat to watch her strive at the end. She can't take on battleships and stuff, and at one point she straight up gets knocked out by runner-up in this poll, Ravana. But that doesn't matter. It just makes her cooler. I feel bad having Ini Elizen this high ranking, frankly. I'm not really into the giraffes. It hurts, but what choice do I have? This girl fucks dragons. She fucks dragon slayers. She just plain fucks.
All right, Bob, you're number 4.
Merlvib, a hot, morally gray pirate lady who does what's in the best interest of her nation, including breaking treaties. She is such a romance novel hero.
Oh, yeah.
I want her to break a treaty just to fuck me. Like, she has to. That's how the story goes. She's got the passion, she's got the resolve and the integrity that makes someone truly compelling fuck. She might spoil me if I'm lucky. And who hasn't dreamt of being spoiled by someone who's got a literal and figurative body count? And sure, she's a pirate. Naturally, Yar, her first love will always be the sea. But baby, I love the sea too. Polyamory is the answer here. Let's form a triad with the sea and just live happily ever after on your fucking boat.
All right, top 3. Jeff, who do you have at number 3?
Speaking of taking heat for things, here comes Yatsuyu Brutus.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Brave. So brave.
Is there anything hotter than someone realizing their true potential and then literally making it everyone else's fucking problem? Yatsuyu comes up hard. She is sold into slavery at a young age, and the next thing you know, it doesn't matter. She wins. She beats all that. She's wandering around in the coolest high heels you've ever seen, smoking a giant metal pipe. And not only in between those two things, she is hired to try to seduce Xenos, a person who would kill dead things if science would let him. He's inherently impossible to seduce. And does she walk away from that dead? No, she walks away from that the Viceroy of Doma because he likes how much of a crazy, mean-spirited monster she is. I'm into it. In a game where the stomp by itself refers to a specific event that everyone remembers, I still think she's the best at stomping.
Yeah.
She's an absolute base villain, but what a way to go.
You were a brave man and you deserve Yotsu. I was a coward.
In my defense, I did completely forget that I haven't played Stormblood in forever, so I completely forgot that she, like, her raid boss ending is that she forgets her memory and becomes a childlike person. I am discounting that entire part.
Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
Absolutely. You'll notice I didn't include that bit in the character description, so, you know.
Yeah. We did also leave out the fact that she becomes a primal, a cool like bunny lady primal thing.
She's the rabbit in the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she becomes Tsukiyomi. Yeah. It's cool.
So,
anyway.
A lot of stuff going on with her.
A lot of stompy ladies who turn into primals on this list is what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is Tataru.
Hey.
All right.
Wow.
You do love a potato, you fucking Irishman.
I do. That has nothing to do with it, but
I could eat a potato for hours.
That's right. The thing about Tataru is, she really wants to take care of you. Like, whatever your favorite post-sex snack is, she'll already have a little plate of it waiting on the bedside table for afterwards.
Wow.
Whatever temperature you need the room to be, she set the thermostat to that hours ahead of time.
Oh my God.
If you have any allergies or sensitivities or like recent injuries that could affect the fuck, she's already accounted for all of that. She's ready to show you the best possible time within whatever boundaries you're working with.
Wow.
You know, she loves to please. She's very good at doing so.
Wow, you mentioned the
that.
snack, and like I just imagined a little plate of pre-peeled, cut up oranges, like you just finished your soccer game.
Got to replenish your electrolytes. All right.
Here's some high C.
Megan Bob, who is your number 3?
Big feels. Gilgamesh.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's your Hildebrand pick is Gilgamesh.
That is.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right.
Greg and I could make magic. Will I respect his intelligence? Not a fucking chance. Will I respect his passion and joie de vivre? Yes. There are lots of intelligent people out there, but there aren't a lot of people who live from their heart. Obviously, he also lives from his ego. But as long as he thinks I'm great too, this is copacetic. Sure, he's a goofball. But with enough bravado and trickster tenacity, even that has its own intoxicating something. He's going to be flatteringly persistent and openly talk about how bad he wants to fuck you in social situations where that is going to clang badly. Ideal. And when you do finally let him fuck you, he's going to be voracious and self-satisfied to have caught you. I doubt he is skilled enough to make me come, but a Hitachi can do that. He's going to give me something way more memorable. Plus, I get to yell Gilgamesh while he's fucking me. And for whatever reason, that just sounds like a real good time.
I will say, Bob, bad news, I think you'd have to convince him that your pussy was a sword for him to be interested in it. Good news, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yeah.
Just tell him it's called Excalipussy and he'll go right for it.
There you go. All right, Kit, your number 3.
I feel like the top of my list is always like I have to justify it, but it surprises no one. So it's big feels. It's Estinian. Full disclosure, I have read more smut fanfic with him as the main character than anyone else on this list. And that has informed my opinion on how he fucks. I wasn't really reading it for him. It's just that I love Emmerich so much, and he gets shipped with Emmerich all the time. I just wanted Emmerich, and I wound up getting a lot of Estinian, so now this is how I learned to love the bomb that is Estinian. He is an aloof bad boy with a good heart and a hidden awkwardness that once you see it, makes him way more approachable. He'll do the old Irish goodbye after your first night, but months later reappear perched on your 8th story windowsill because he realized you were both in the same town again. And yeah, y'all nobody said anything untrue about him. Sex with him is like no frills. But he's very direct and tell you what he wants. And I think he would respond well to you doing the same thing. And I'm a pretty direct person. So clear communication, so important in sex. And a 6'11" elf with long white hair who's slowly learning to let people into his heart is maybe the next most important thing.
Yeah, that is very clearly some catnip there.
I like it when he dresses like a cowboy.
Oh, it's the best. We are on to our number 2s. Megan, Bob, who do you have at number 2?
Xenos. Not everyone on this list will chase me and physically fight me just to have me, but Xenos will. Delicious.
Xenos.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that it?
What could I possibly say that would excuse my taste? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, Bob.
Why would you want to?
It would be us. It would be us putting him. We're the problem, Bob. We like the problematic ones.
Absolutely. I'm problematic and this is what I want. I want a psychopath. What can I say?
Look, I know he's at the bottom of my list, but I can respect a golf bag full of swords. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's nice to be on the trash truck with you again, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, your number 2, please.
Urianger Auguerel. Yes. Look, the only problem, and I know that Kit and I are probably going to come to blows over this later, and I apologize in advance. The only problem with Urianger in my mind is that he's not already rocking the harness I see on him in my mind. This guy radiates sub energy to me. He is such a sub, and I don't know where it's coming from. Nothing solidifies to me, like when you first meet Moonbrita in this game. And this is, I'm going to do a big feels here for a runner-up because we didn't do that earlier. Moonbrita is one of my big feels characters, and it's just because it fits in right here that I'm going to mention it. Personal story, I never heard about this NPC. I played through this game blind, and she looks literally 100% every possible decision exactly like my character.
Oh, wow.
Same haircut, same color, everything. Everything is exactly identical. There was a moment in this game where I thought my character was supposed to be canonically Urianger's old girlfriend.
Oh,
wow.
Whoa.
But the moment you see her, everything else about Urianger makes sense because in strides this big, brash, bold, badass femoral woman with a giant axe over her back, and she's funny and happy and just like, let's get down to business. And I'm like, oh, I get it. He's her stuffy little sub, and she's the one who actually does everything. This makes perfect sense to me. But yeah, to me, this guy radiates sub energy. Every time I'm talking to him, all I can picture him doing is saying things like, sorry, I couldn't tell you about my top secret spy mission, but it was imperative that I was 100% free use subservient to Ardbear. I had to be absolutely 100% in my sub headspace. Otherwise, the disguise just wouldn't work. That's the ticket. Look, I fucking love this dweeb. I loved his costume jump from the dumb robes he wore in the beginning to the cool sleeveless robes with a bunch of jewelry he's wearing all over them now.
Yes.
And honestly, when they finally put the chest rig with a crossbody strap on him, I'll be vindicated and I'll know where my hands go.
Okay. He's a switch. I can totally, he's definitely gonna sub for Moonbrita. But he's doming the shit out of Thancred. That's the only way that works.
All right. I'm okay with that.
Kit, who's your number 2?
Simple and clean. It's your Stola. Mommy? Sorry. Goth mommy? Sorry. Magical cat girl goth mommy? Not sorry. I need to be punished. Oh,
My number 2 is Heidelin.
Okay.
Wow.
The only real ding I have against her is that I don't think there's a human alive who could make her come. She's just ascended too far, and she's become so powerful that, like, no ordinary human tongue or fingers or dick could possibly provide the level of seismic stimulation she'd need to achieve climax.
You'll need the G1.
That's exactly it. Talk about your limit breaks. But sex isn't about reaching the finish line. It's about the experience you have and the person you have it with. And Heidelin is just like the perfect mix of someone who's deeply thoughtful and caring genuinely loves humanity, and also can warp reality, cast ridiculous magical spells, and take the form of Yoshitaka Amano's ultimate wet dream.
Yeah.
We've reached it. The zenith. I'm going to start with Kit. Who is your number one?
The most predictable one? Okay. It's Graha.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Bob's like, oh, yeah. Question. Should you fuck your biggest fan? Because as the Warrior of Light, you have so much emotional power over this fanboy twink. It feels borderline unethical. But I do drive that trash truck, so yeah. And with that said, I'm here to be Graha's problematic fave. Because he feels like the subbiest bottom to ever submit his bottom. It's like somebody set a trap for me. And the trap's just a cardboard box propped up with a stick, and the box even says trap on it. What's that underneath? It's a catboy twink who thinks I'm the best thing since books. Oh yeah, he's also a nerd. Come on. Come on. I mean, side note, I know he's meant to be like the most attractive thing to like the female fan base, but like whenever I see him in fan art with like a lady Warrior of Light, I'm just like, no, he would still need to get pegged. He's not. Yeah. He's not a top. He's not.
Yeah.
All right. My number one is a big feels. My number one is Xenos.
Love this.
All right.
Love this.
Step up to the stand. Explain yourself.
So you've been playing the field for some time now. You've gotten some conquests under your belt. You know, your bedpost is well notched. Then one night, while you're out and about, some rich boy tries to pick you up. At first you write him off. You know, he seems the sort to think that having money and a pedigree are more or less the same thing as having a personality. But like, the giant golf club bag full of dildos he carries around with him intrigues you, so eventually you decide to take him up on his offer. You go to a hotel room and strip down, eager to show this rich boy who's boss. To your shock, he rocks your world. But that's not quite right. He redefines for you what sex is. He is so in control the entire encounter that it's all you can do to hang on and not lose consciousness. You come so many times that you are left begging for mercy while he's nowhere close to finishing himself. He gives you a look of familiar disappointment, as though he's experienced this many times before, and he comments, "I have no interest in beasts who only howl." He then departs, leaving you lying on a mattress soaked with your own sweat and sexual secretions. You obsess over this encounter. You delve into ancient writings of sexual techniques. You seek out new and different sexual partners and start doing some extremely specific exercises. Then, before long, you run into this guy again. He looks at you with disinterest, having already tested you and found you wanting, but you manage to convince him to give you another shot. This time, you're ready for him. You're able to take everything he gives you, and then, when you see an opening, you flip the script on him. You take control and drive him to his limit. He cries out uncontrollably as he comes, with deep shock and disbelief on his face. You smirk. He got you very close to orgasm, but there's no reason for him to know that. "I have no interest in beasts who only howl," you say as you leave him on the bed, soaked with his own sweat and sexual secretions, already looking forward to the next time the two of you cross paths, eager to see who will come out on top next.
Yum.
Love it.
Megan Bob, who's your number one?
Nidhogg.
Yeah.
This is the fucking dream, to teach a dragon to love through the power of hot monster fucker sex.
Bob, what did I just say? What did I just say about this guy?
You just fuck Xenos. Get out of here. So.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know that I have the character sheet necessary to pull it off, but my compassion stats are very high, which does give me an edge at least. I think the sex would be operatic. He'd hate me for being human. But there's desire mixed in with grief and pain for everything I remind him of. Imagine being fucked by someone who wants you so much that they overcame everything about you that hurts them just to have you, but it still aches that there is this fucking gulf between you. That. I can change him, Dan. I can change him.
You're going to make me get the shaker, Bob.
This little spray bottle.
Mm-hmm. My specially made newspaper to bop you on your nose with. All right. And finally, Jeff. Yeah, I'm seeing your one empty slot, and I can't say I didn't see it coming, so please tell us who your number one is.
Let's run out that flagpole and salute for my Admiral, Merle Viv Bluhifson.
Yeah.
She fucking rules. There are 3 or 4 outfits in this world that are my secret attractions. I mean, I say secret, but I'm a podcaster, so you've heard about them all the fucking time. One-piece bathing suits with zippers down the front. I don't know what it is about them. Those things get me going. Old school 80s style wet T-shirts. That shit always works for me. I have no excuse, and I have no intention to provide you with one. And if it comes to someone like this, a military jacket with no shirt, get the fuck out, or get the fuck in to my house. I want this so bad. She is unbelievably hot. So hot that every time, she's the only cutscenes in the game I don't skip. I want to watch this lady with her crazy Admiral Janeway energy. I would listen to her say anything. She is my Admiral. Every time I make a character in this game, the first time they give me a Fantasia, I turn into a fucking Femro again because I want to be closer to my Queen of Limsa, Merle Viv Bluhifson. She built an empire out of pirates. I can't help myself. I want this lady in my life, and she can bring those fucking pistols.
Whew. All right. Well, as expected, we got quite heated at the end there. But we managed to collect all the data. It is collating in the background while we await on the results of our decisions. We'll, avoid attaching an adjective to them for the time being. Let's take a second, look at each other, look at ourselves, and ask, what was that? Let's unpack that. For the listener, Jeff has... We took a brief bathroom break, and during which time Jeff decided to put on his full Sid Highwind from FF7 cosplay for us. So
look for me at DragonCon.
Yeah.
All right, so let's ask each other some uncomfortable questions about the things that we've just heard.
Most fun name to yell during sex.
Oh, I mean, you threw it to us with Gilgamesh, and you said you want to yell it during, because I can't hear that and not picture the old meme of some kid turning around and going, Garugamesh, like really loud. Like, I just, the moment you said that, I was like, oh my God, it's so you can do the meme. I get it.
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't know about the meme. I just was as an English major, something in it appealed to me deeply that I was like, well, I mean, you know, when am I going to get to talk about the world's oldest piece of literature and just yell that name? I mean, I'd rather fuck Enkidu if we're getting down to actual Gilgamesh, but, you know, I'll take Gilgamesh.
Well,
you can't fuck Gilgamesh, but buddy, Enkidu.
Yeah, Enkidu is in FF14. So.
Yeah, he's a chicken.
Well, a chicken and also a bird person.
Okay.
You know, it's a whole thing. It's a reference to FF5. We don't need to get into it. To answer your question, I think the most fun name to scream is Urianger because,
that's pretty
if you're a little less specific and precise with your consonants, it just sounds kind of like you're like losing control of your mouth. You're just like, you know, like that's kind of fun.
I'll tell you what has a bad mouthfeel is Emmett Selk. I just have to like end at Emmett or else
You want to say that CH so much, right? Selch. I mean, for me, it's going to be Shadowhunter instead of Gaius Van Baelsar, so I can put the level of proper dripping sarcasm on that it deserves.
Oh, fuck me, Shadowhunter.
Yeah.
Jeff, I have a question for you.
Please.
What would you say if you were considering hooking up with Grahatia, but he asked you to put on a taco costume first?
That might be the only way I would consider hooking up with the guy.
Yeah.
If he decided anything other than naked enthusiasm for how great I was and actually wanted some kind of a game, I would be so much more on board with him. He needs more of an inner life. Like, he was so much cooler during the Circus Crystal Tower arc when he was just like this cocky little bitch of an archer that just popped up and was like messing with you. Then ever since he's put on the robes and started having streaks in his hair and following you around. But so yeah, if he wanted to win me over, that would be his trick to do anything funny.
Okay.
I've got a question. And this question is going to be for anybody here, but realistically, it's for people who played this game, so they have done some research beyond the characters that we already went through. Who do you wish was on this list but isn't?
Oh man, there's so many characters. Well, the basic boring answer is Emmerich, but you'd be my top. I already said so. But like, who would be a fun one to talk to that we didn't get to?
Two answers that I have. One would be Ardbert, the Warrior of Light, the Warrior of Light from Shadowbringers, just because it's like he's kind of supposed to be you, but just like an alternate version of you.
Yes.
And that would just be kind of weird, but kind of fun.
It's
just
true.
be like, oh yeah, this is a different version of myself.
And he's like a ghost that like kind of is just always there, and that's weird and makes you
true.
think about things about sex.
Yeah, that's true. He could give you the ghost fuck after Shadowbringers.
Or
that's
he's
very
always
true.
kind of the cuck. You know what I mean? He's always just watching you. His
That's
other
right.
self.
Yeah, because he can't
fucking.
interact. Oh, there's some denial stuff you could do there. The other character I would say, I think we could have some fun talking about is Fortuno Levelyear.
Fortuno.
Alphino and Alize's dad. Just because I just feel like it would be so fun to humiliate him.
Yeah.
Just like, real, like he's the kind of guy who's like, fancy and stuck up and prim and proper and just like messing up his hair, like leaving stains on his fancy white outfits. Love that.
Yeah. When I saw Papalimo on the what we could call it, the runner-up list, I was like, why isn't that Fortuno? If someone wants to humiliate a professor, it should at least be a hot one.
Yeah.
For me, this answer would be Menfina. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just have a thing for goddesses of the moon, I guess, because I had Yatsuyu up super high as well.
Oh.
But I love her music and I love her attitude, and I want to pet that dog.
That dog.
She has an awesome dog.
There are some hot contenders in the pantheon.
Oh, I know. Nafika's got to be on a lot of people's top. I mean, that is the rack's so big they had to wait 4 expansions to come up with how to model it.
That's right.
Jeff really made me curious about Pippin.
Oh, Pipin. There's no double P in there if you want to look him up. He is an adorable little Lalafell.
Oh my gosh. So he broke my brain for a while every time he came on because I don't know about the English dub, but in the Japanese audio, he has the deepest voice.
Oh wow.
This little potato, every time he spoke, I'd be like, what? I couldn't register.
It's something about the eye game. Like, he is always serving with his eyes in a way that no other Lalafell can seem to get to.
He's like
also that hair.
A
that hair
tiny
is ridiculous.
Lalafell Sephiroth looking motherfucker.
Exactly. He's like if fucking Vampire Hunter D was 3 feet tall, and I'm here for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Also, you mentioned a 2-headed lizard king or something.
Galul Jaja. Oh my god, that guy rules. I didn't want to get too deep into Dawn Trail, but you meet him at the very beginning of it, so it's not like it's a spoiler or anything. He is the king of the major city that you're going to be or pretty much the continent, and he is an infinitely wise, badass, giant 2-headed lizard man who is the father of almost every other major character that you have to deal with. But he's got, like I said before, I know I said Lizzaddy energy, and I know that's just a gag, but it is dead serious true. Like, he feels
It's not
like
a gag.
No, he's like a cool, comfortable, you want to grill with this guy, and then put all the kids to bed at 8:30.
Yeah. Oh, hot.
Yeah, he immediately became popular with the monster fuckers online.
Yeah.
What's his name? I want to look this guy up.
Galul, Gulool, and then Jaja, Jaja.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
He big. I don't know if you could.
Yeah.
You need a reference.
Them thighs.
Now, technically, he's got 2 heads, but one of them you're not going to see very much of during the game. There is another 2-headed giant lizard guy that you hang around with throughout the expansion who is more of like a villainy type. So if you want to hear both heads constantly yammering at you in mean ways, then he's your other option.
No, I want the Zaddy.
Yeah, you really do.
He's the right choice.
Oh, he's so great. That scene when he's dueling with Estinian and gets caught, like, because he's not supposed to be dueling at all. Like, and he just has this sort of, you got me.
Jeff, I'm going to give you like a minute to talk about Ravon and Maxima because I'm very interested.
Yeah.
Honestly, I barely remember that much of the Stormblood expansion, but during the time, I felt like Maxima, who pops up towards, I think in the post content expansion patches, the connective tissue between the expansions that they always fill, and you always end up skipping a shitload of it as fast as you can. He's like an intelligence leader from who I believe works for Gaius, if I remember my characters correctly, who ends up hanging around in Alamigo and kind of helping you. Mostly he just ushers you in and out of buildings, but he's smart, he's to the point, and he's an Elizen out of Garlemald, which feels rare and interesting. And something about him just made sense for him and Raubon to me, that Raubon kind of respects other leaders. I mean, our whole deal with Raubon is that he is... honestly, I ranked him as high as I did because of my attraction to him. I just think he's gorgeous. But realistically, his fuck level is, I protect the queen. If you're like, hey man, do you want to have sex? He'd be like, I protect the queen. I protect this tiny child that sits on my shoulder and rides me like a horse. And it's not sexual. I know I heard it too, but it's not.
It's not.
But I feel like he would get a good level of kind of mutual leader level respect out of Maxima that could probably culminate in something that the two... I could just see them meeting in a bar and doing the thing where their swords touch underneath the bar. You know, they're looking away from each other and their scabbard swords bonk into each other off the stools. It just made sense to me.
They definitely would have like jock nerd energy.
There is
in
that,
a very specific way. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. I don't know. I'd have to go back and revisit it, but in my mind, I was like, oh, I remember that guy. He's the guy I shipped with Maxima Priscus. Oh, and he's human. Never mind. He's a Garlean human. He's not an Elizen. He's just using the Elizen frame, which makes him taller
he's
than
just
average.
Gigantic.
Yeah. I think that's what they wound up doing with a lot of Garleans. I'm afraid it must needs be discussed, or else people online are going to bring it up. The whole Thancred being thirsty for Minfilia, I think... that I genuinely wonder if that's what they always intended was to do that and then change the story. So, because I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, their relationship winds up being very brother and sister.
And I believe that was the original intent. Yes, like I think if I remember their story right, and believe me, I'm very Dawn Trail pilled nowadays. I don't remember any of this old stuff. It's that he's from a bad family, she's from a really good one. He's like an orphan, and she more or less adopts him, sort of. Like, she becomes his patron and kind of helps him get him off the streets and get him trained into the cool super spy he ends up being. And so I think that the game presents it as a cool, protective older brother, rich younger sister relationship, and everyone else is like, nah, he thirsty. And that just... But I don't think that was the original intent. It was supposed to be like a brother-sister thing. It just never reads that way. Like, they just did it wrong.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think maybe they made it more like obvious what they were going for once Reen comes around.
Yeah.
So it would be less creepy.
It kills me that Reen and Gaia are technically too young to be on this list because setting aside any of our pruriens interest in them, they're the lesbian power couple of the game, and I feel like they deserve a mention just for that.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
Yes. Yeah, Gaia, her look.
Yeah, the moment I saw Gaia, I was like, oh, do I have to go to the store to buy lips like that? How do I get them? How many Krista do I need to spend?
Yeah.
It is the most Tetsuya Nomura ass design in the entire game.
Yeah.
One of his better ones, gotta say.
So if you could custom engineer a threesome, I know we've got one threesome option on this list, but if you could custom engineer a threesome, what are the two characters that you're picking?
Just every fanfic I've read in the past few years is just Estinian and Emmerich. That's what it is.
Love it.
Well, Emmerich's not on this list, unfortunately.
Oh, it has to be from this list?
It does now. Emma, Selk, and Heidelin. I want that angry energy between the two of them, and if I have to sit back and watch for a little while, at least I'm watching how Asians fuck, which I'm curious about at least.
Yeah.
Plus, I think they probably hate each other.
I'm gonna go out on a limb to some extent, and I'm gonna say Graha and Xenos. The two characters that are the most obsessed with you.
You just want to be the star of the show, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
What can I say? I like to feel special sometimes, you know?
Oh my god, they're just gonna... Oh no.
Graha's gonna be killed.
Graha's pretty strong in his own right, but yeah.
That's amazing. I love this.
I'm just gonna say Astinia Nidhogg.
Ooh, yeah.
They can merge. Then I can fuck a very, very large dragon Estinian.
And we already know that Estinian is really good at riding dragons.
Yeah.
I feel like Urianger and Gilgamesh, weirdly.
That's pretty weird.
Just because Urianger is going to be so fucking, I don't know, that English major, like, prissiness. And I want Gilgamesh to physically shove him out of the way and put him on the cuck chair, which is not fully a threesome, but at the same time somebody else is in the room.
According to my ranking of Magnai and Sadhu, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say that Gilgamesh is probably a fantastic choice for threesomes because 6 arms means that no one's feeling left out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, he can give him a handy while he's fucking me.
Yeah, or you can, like, pet his chicken while he's busy with someone else,
Yeah.
Quick question for those of you who have played the game, and I feel like the answer to this might be pretty obvious. If you were to rank your own main Warrior of Light on this list, where would they go?
Oh, at the very top, I specifically was playing a fuckboy catboy. Like, who just would fuck anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
And wanted to make sure the other person had a good time. Like, very good sexual energy.
I'm just going to put a picture of my main in the chat because I have a million pictures of her.
Oh, god damn.
Right? At first, I picked Femro, the female Rogadin model, because I was like, okay, no one is playing this. It is by far the least popular gender/species combination in the game, and it still is to this day. So I was just like, I want to be weird and different. After I picked the character, I was like, fuck, these guys rule. They always have this cool intensity to them. Like, she just looks utterly badass, and I managed to put together like this butch as fuck outfit that I fucking love on her. So I would put her up there. She'd be pretty high.
Damn.
Yeah, so for the listener, Jeff just dropped a picture of a female Rugadine with a kind of a short blue and purple haircut, with a maroon tank top, black leather pants, high black boots, sitting on essentially a what if a motorcycle was also kind of a train?
Yeah, it's a steampunk motorcycle.
Is the design of that?
Yeah.
It's rad. No, that character fucks for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into her. She has signature colors. Like, no matter what outfit she has on, she has the same earring all the time. The one that you can... It's a little behemoth earring.
Oh, yes.
It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I will say, I almost never, really invest in, the visual aesthetics of video games to the extent that I do with FF14. It just gives you so much stuff to play around with it, and I don't know, getting to see my little person running around in all the cutscenes. Yeah, it's a Blorbo. And I'm like, I did such a good job making a Final Fantasy character.
Aww. That's lovely.
Unfortunately, I named her Waffles Good Cookie, and I'm stuck with that now.
You can pay to change the name.
Good
I know,
cookie.
but the thing is, every time I go anywhere, people are like, is your name actually Waffles Good Cookie? And I'm like, fuck yes, it is. You better fucking believe it. Like, so I'm stuck with it, but mostly because I love it.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
All right, let's figure out where all these characters landed on our lists.
Let's get it.
All right, at the bottom, number 21, the true nadir of this list is Gaius von Baelsar. Just more concise, my dude. Just that's all we asked for.
We won't speak later, Asian.
That's right. In a tie for number 20, this is unusual to see this type of character at the bottom of the list, but in a tie for number 20, we have Zero and Yotsuyu.
Oh, wow.
You rarely see the stern femmes at the bottom, but here we are. We have another tie at the number 18 slot. Boy, you want to talk about some cursed threesomes. Between Nero Tolskeva and Magnai and Sadhu. What a disaster that room would be.
Yeah.
That's the group that gets together to have a threesome, but they don't stop playing some card game all night.
That's it. At number 16, we have Izael. Number 15, we have Sid. Feels right that he goes a couple of slots above Nero. Very good. Mm-hmm. At number 14 is Astinian. Number 13 is Tataru. Number 12 is Hildebrand characters writ large. Number 11 is Lise Hext.
Okay.
Number 10 is Emmett Selk. Number 9 is Grahatia. Number 8 is Hydaelyn. Number 7 is Thancred. Number 6 is Nidhogg. Ridiculous.
I mean, love a dragon, don't we?
That'd be way higher if I wasn't such a stick in the mud.
Well, speaking of characters about whom you are a stick in the mud, number 5 is Xenos.
Yeah.
Number 4, in a tie for number 4, is Y'shtola and Urianger. The interesting, freaky nerd couple, I guess.
Fucking nerds, yeah.
Yeah. Number 2 is Raubon. And number 1, of course, is Merlvib.
Oh, fuck yes.
Jeff
My
called
sea
it.
queen.
That's right. So that makes Lise our median.
That feels correct.
It does feel correct. It's like, yeah, this is she's a woman who punches, and
she's a straightforward fuck.
That's it. Yeah, you know? Yeah, that's good. I think that works as a median. So, all right. This list feels correct to me. Well done, everyone.
Woo.
Yay. The system works.
So, speaking of ranking things, what would you each give the setting of Final Fantasy XIV on a scale of 1 to 10 boners in terms of its fuckability?
Oh, fucking 10. Oh, fucking 10, baby.
10 for Kit.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Hands down.
Is it the horniest Final Fantasy?
I think 7 is hornier, in my opinion.
Really?
That's
Why?
yeah.
Justify your answer.
Well, I mean, 2 of the characters actually have sex in it, for one thing.
But it's, barely. Debatable.
Cloud is forced to cross-dress in it.
I'm pretty sure we see plenty of cross-dressing in FF14.
Do we?
Yeah. Certainly Hildebrand.
Pretty sure you can get Cloud's dress in FF14.
I mean, you're probably right. I don't know.
Granted,
To me,
we had to drag that company across the line on that shit, because you remember in the beginning of that game, everything was like gender-specific clothes, and it fucking sucked.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In my opinion, 7 is hornier. Obviously, it's a
No.
matter of
That's
opinion.
fair.
No,
That's fair.
7 doesn't make a character specifically a fanboy of your character.
Well, they do, but then they kill her.
I would argue... Yeah. I would argue that Aerith and Tifa are both fanboys of Cloud.
But
except
yeah,
that I
it's not-
ship them with each other, so that's...
The
we need to
out-
save it for the FF7 episode.
The outfits
getting
you
it.
get in 14 are way fucking sluttier.
All right. All right. So
It's fine.
Kit ranks it at
It's
10.
fine. I'm gonna give it a 9, a 9.5 if we're counting the fact that 2B shows up halfway through this fucking game.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, you aren't wrong there. All right.
No.
And if you get her pants and you're a tank, they make your ass better. They actually
true.
do.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Oh, I know. Let me remind me to show you a picture of my Dark Knight glamour at some point.
Yeah.
The moment I got those boots, that was the only thing my character ever wore. No shoes compared.
Yeah, that's my usual outfit. I only had the picture of Butch Waffles here, but my usual outfit is the, I think it's called the Hellfire armor set, the one that's Behemoth inspired.
Oh, yeah.
Except no pants, because she needs to be wearing that bathing suit bottom that she gets from 2B.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to rank this as a 5. I rank based on where my no's start on the list, and like for me, this is almost exactly half yeses and half no's. Like Thancred to me feel like I put Thancred as my median, and to me he feels like a true median, where it's like I may or may not fuck him depending on what day it is. But like everyone above him is a yes, everyone below him is varying shades of no, certainly not ones that I'm enthusiastic about. To me, that feels exactly like a 5 to me.
Yeah, I'm probably going to say a 6 because my started really early, where I was like, I know I should be hornier about these characters, but whenever I am given like their deal, I'm like, you're just a dude. Like, you're just a fucking dude. And like, some of them are just dudes.
Yes.
I mean, granted, I'm saying a 9 to a 9.5 because in my head I'm comparing it to other Final Fantasy games and not to properties. Just in general, I don't know how much that would change it. Like if instead of being like, oh, how does this stack up against like Terra and Locke and Edgar versus how does this stack up against like the crew from My Hero Academia or something? Then it might be very different.
I mean, if we're comparing it to that Orca guy from My Hero Academia,
Gang Orca.
This
Good
list
choice.
is fucked.
Yeah.
All right, so that leaves us with an average boner rating of 7.625 boners out of 10.
That's still pretty
very
good.
Respectable showing for Final Fantasy XIV, all things considered, I think. So, really, there's only one question we have left to ask ourselves, and that is, what did we learn here today?
I learned a lot.
I'm sure you
had
did,
to.
bud.
We forced you to.
So much.
Was this like have you had harder lifts to do in terms of like properties to very quickly get acquainted with for this show?
I do a memory wipe somehow after each property that I'm not familiar with. So I periodically forget that there was ever a Baldur's Gate episode. Because like, what? I'm not a video game player. I'm a video game watcher. I watch other people play video games, but only if they are in the same room with me.
You keep that memory palace just tidy.
I got more episodes to do. Coming up soon is Power Rangers villains, and I'm like,
that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna have another memory wipe. Let's see. The thing that I learned that I was the most like, yes, this is that if somebody was playing this around me and it was more fully voiced, I would probably have another fan fiction addiction. I was like, yeah, this feels like there's a rich harvest here.
Oh yeah.
I could enjoy this place. I would thrive in this land.
Fucking Urianji's Japanese voice
You would
actor.
blossom.
Oh my god.
I learned that monster fuckers want the monster to absolutely be a big rage ball that's mean. I'm used to, when I'm thinking about monsters I would like to fuck, it's always like, Galul Jaja. It's like a cool, wise, happy monster where I'm like, yeah, I can chill with this guy. And not like, I'm going to have to fight this thing too. That's my big takeaway. I don't want to piss off the monster fuckers. I consider them good people and allies.
We are a very powerful voting contingent. So, smart.
Are we just the front line? Are we the are we the ones that get like obliterated because we're stupid and just approach the monster naked? I was pretty surprised at how correct everyone's takes were. I felt no need to argue anything. Like, even if you didn't like a character that I liked, you weren't saying anything wrong.
Oh, fuck yes, my homework.
For what it's worth, Jeff, I want to acknowledge you. I think you had the most objectively correct take on Xenos.
Oh yeah.
Legitimately, I don't think that dude cares about sex. Yeah. I just thought it was funny to phrase it like a fight.
You know
That's
what?
all.
I'm willing.
That's all.
Yeah.
I want to show that even though I put that guy at the bottom and said he would literally attack sex if he saw it, I do want to respect all of your tenacity in recognizing that it doesn't matter whether or not he likes sex. You like sex enough for him.
Yeah.
That's all
I
the
get
question
that.
is. You know?
That's fine.
Yeah. I think I learned that like a lot of times when characters seem shallow or boring or uninteresting, it's just because you haven't yet spent literally thousands of hours with them. And and I think that's like, that is kind of the advantage that this game has over other games, is just that like, I started playing this game during COVID as a way of like connecting with my friends who I couldn't see in person. And this was, we would play this game like probably 5 or 6 hours a day, every day. When we had nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. And so like, when you spend that much time in a world with characters, like, you really do get to know them, and you really do like notice a lot of things about them and learn things about them that you find like interesting or attractive or whatever. And like, Final Fantasy XIV is not necessarily special in that it has deep characters. It's special in that by dint of the way you have to play it, you end up spending enough time with those characters that you notice things about them that other, sources of media just don't give you enough time to dig into.
Wow. How many hours would you say you spend playing it now?
Oh, I play it very little now. I'm down to playing it maybe about once a week.
I'll say it. Occult Crescent sucks. I'll come back when they have something interesting.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to that. I'm still in late Dawn Trail right now. I don't play it that much anymore, but I mean, I still do play it,
Yeah,
I still enjoy it.
I just now quit finally after 5 years. I love that game. But I think it was part of what helped me realize my gender. Running around. My gender is catboy, apparently. So yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. It was very COVID opened up a lot of people's minds, and for me, it was something about running around in a game where I could look kind of exactly how I wanted to look. Made me realize, well, why not real life? God damn it.
I love the idea that all of the various species you can play as in this game totally work as gender identifications. I would happily identify as Rogadin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, this journey into a world that I have never encountered before. And guys, thanks for doing this with me. Now we come to the part where we plug stuff.
Folks, I worked really hard on this Sid Highwind costume for DragonCon, so come to DragonCon and tell me I look nice. No, realistically, I'm the host of the System Mastery line of podcasts where we read and review weird old role-playing games as fast as we can find them. We generally put out episodes about once every 2 weeks where we find a game that hopefully you've never heard of, if we're doing our job right, and we tell you why you've never heard of it, what went right, what went wrong, and why is it part of the dustbin of history that makes up so many thousands of role-playing games, so many more than you would ever think possible. That's System Mastery. You can find it at systemmasterypodcast.com, or you can just search for it. We kicked out the previous guy who was some sort of, entrepreneur, thought leader guy who was saying, oh, I'll teach you how to run your business. That's my System Mastery program. We were like, fuck you, buddy. Eat our SEO dust. Hell yeah. So you can find us there. That's easy enough. Come check out our cool podcasts or buy our books. I'm the author of the Dungeon Meister line of books as well, where we write comedy books about, some of them are just joke books. Some of them are cocktail guides or cookbooks or adventures that are also coloring books or a monster manual that's a flip book. That thing's fucking weird and great, and it's only $20. Please come check out our cool books. You can buy them wherever books are sold.
I am the creator and horny genius behind Hard Choices. And we have a Patreon, and that Patreon has bonus content. Do you want to hear us go dig around and find horrifying sex toys on the internet that you can buy for upsettingly small amounts of money? Like, for less than $20, you can find a fucking dildo that fucks you on its own willpower somehow. And is heated and also has cool teeth. And and abs. It also has abs. All kinds of things that you would never think would be possible. I go out and I find them, and then I show them to Annie Creighton and usually a guest. Kit has been on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Fucking rules.
Do you want to do it?
I do. I have we do a podcast called Relationship Mastery. Me and weirdly John's wife do a podcast together where we just talk about sex stuff. And we were just talking about how we wanted to do this, how we wanted to go buy a bunch of, in our case, we weren't going to go for the expensive stuff. We were going to see if like gas station boner pills or pheromone cologne work on air. But I would fucking love that.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun ruining your algorithm.
I'll absolutely have you guys on. Yeah, for sure. I would love to.
Oh, you know her. She's been on your show before.
Yes,
that's Claire.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'll get in touch with you both, and I'll show you some nightmare sex toys that you're like, but I low-key kind of want to buy it, even though it's definitely not body-safe material.
Oh my God, you're so close
Things
to wanting
that will give your dick cancer. That is the stuff that they sell on Shein and Temu. But
you guys are getting like perilously close to basically doing Jackass with sex toys. And I mean, Godspeed to you.
I mean, condoms exist. Now, I don't know how you put one on the guy that's the flappy clit paddle. I don't think that's possible.
That was my nickname in high school.
I was gonna say that sounds like one of those Rugadin names, you know, how like some of them are just like
clip paddle.
Yeah,
I love that. But if you want to hear Kit talk about him, if you want to hear James D'Amato talk about him,
hell yeah.
If you want to hear Jeff and Claire talk about him in the future, come over to patreon.com/hardchoices and subscribe for as little as $1.69 a month. So go over to patreon.com/hardchoices and become a patron for more filth That's the Hard Choices promise. All right, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Hard Choices and joining us on this journey through, gosh, I don't even know the name of this world. It's a huge world. What are all the countries in it?
Oh, it's called Eorzea.
Eorzea is one continent.
Oh, Atheris, yeah.
Thank you for joining us for this journey through all of those wonderful places and for helping us fuck all of these characters. We hope you enjoyed it and come back again next month whenever we're going to find out who we're fucking then. Until then, stay hard! This has been Hard Choices. If you want to show your support and get access to all kinds of extra episodes, outtakes, and other goodies, go to patreon.com/hardchoices. You can get in on the after party for as little as $1.69, baby! You can see more of Megan Bob's solo work over at onlyfans.com/meganbob. It's free to subscribe, and there's some choice stuff to savor if you're ready to drop a few bucks on bespoke sexiness. If you had a good time listening, please leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Heck, drop a recommendation to us on social media. Tell a friend about the show. Tell your favorite subreddit. Anything you do to spread the word means a ton and helps Hard Choices become more powerfully thirsty than ever before. This episode was produced by Dan Mulcairn. The music used in this production is licensed through Uppbeat. You can find details in our show notes and hear lots of great tunes at uppbeat.io, spelled UPPBEAT.io. The Hard Choices logo is designed by Elliot B.K. Lang. Please go follow their work at Elliot B.K. Lang on Blue Sky, spelled ELLIOTBKLANGE.BSKY.social. Their art is so cute! If you'd like to get into touch with us, email hardchoicespod@gmail.com and say, hey. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with us. You're a peach!